I went down to this conference. There were 60 therapists there. And the guy did a really good job speaking about RAD. And I was the guinea pig for the day. All the therapists kept coming up to me because they knew I was parenting a child with RAD. Do they really do this? Is it really like that? What's this feel like? Well, what do you, and I'm sitting there going, you guys don't know anything. So then I went to grad school. And in my first year, I said, where are the classes on attachment? Oh, well, you can get pharmacology, and you can have mood disorders, and you can get diagnosing, and you can get multiculturalism, and you can get this and this. You might be able to get something at the PhD level. And I went to 2 universities and asked the same thing, and what I discovered was none of your therapists know anything about attachment because they have not been trained.
But it's in it, isn't it in the DSM-5?
Yeah.
It's in it.
It's in there. It's in there.
Yeah.
And they can diagnose it, but they've had no training on it. So, I pushed a button, sorry. I also went through a professional counseling organization and became not level 1, but level 2 trained specialist. I'm an attachment-based intervention specialist. And doesn't that sound really good? And I took, I think, 16 hours for both of those. And on the first one, when there was half an hour left, I said, what about attachment disorder? And everybody's kind of like, basically it was a class for marriage therapists to use attachment theory in counseling their couples on how you might trigger their attachment cycle and you might trigger theirs so you're insecure in your marital relationship. There was nothing about children. There was nothing about attachment disorder or adoption. And basically it was, well, it's so rare, you know. So the next one I went to, I was gonna raise my hand sooner, and the psychologist who was teaching the course, who I knew, had bumped me from a webinar once because he knew that I had placed a child outside the home. So I got knocked off of a teaching opportunity. He started talking about how he works with a lot of adoptive parents. And you know, these parents, he started doing this. And my PTSD went up, you know what I'm talking about, like 0 to 100 in 0.2 seconds. And I was red and I was ready to go, and I just sat there and I was praying, and it's like, God, calm me down, because I have a point to make, but if I speak now, I will ruin all of us. So I'm always thinking that I'm speaking on behalf of my clients. It's not just me, this is not about me. And I was so angry about that statement. And so when the rash, blushy blotchiness came out of my neck and I could breathe without, you know, heaving, I finally raised my hand and I said, these are my clients. And these clients were amazing parents before they brought trauma into their home. And now they're all traumatized. And if all you're looking at is how this child is behaving in this home and you think it's a parenting issue, you are part of the problem. And if you're not treating these parents for trauma, you are part of the problem. And then it got real quiet. And I didn't say anything the rest of the day.